Yeah, we're quite different than some of the other low histamine protocols out there. I often say this, and sorry if you've heard this before, or this might be a new truth bomb for you. Going low histamine does not fix a histamine issue. I'm so sorry. So I really wish that would be like the magic bullet. Wouldn't it be so great? But going low histamine can be one of the tools in your toolkit that you can pull out. So this is what we clarify in our protocol. Going low histamine can be one of those allies when your histamine mediated symptoms are showing up. And if you can understand and start to be able to decipher what are those signals that your body is sending, telling you that your histamines are a little too much right now. And we use the analogy of a sink. When your sink gets full and there's an overflow and now you got water falling on the ground, those are the symptoms. So how full is your sink full of water? Is the tap on all the time? Is the plug working at the bottom? And how is that overflow? When the water overflows is when the symptoms show up. A low histamine approach when it comes to food can be one of those helpers to turn off the tap. So in our program, what makes us different is that, yeah, we're talking low histamine. What are the foods that contain lower histamines? We also include the foods that have the potential of triggering your body to release more histamine. So it's not just low histamine foods, but we're also taking into consideration those foods that potentially trigger your system to dump more histamine. And that makes it rain even, or there's more water coming into your sink. Now that's the overflow. So as you reduce those two, you start to turn off the tap so that at least your sink is not on all the time. So that's a part of it. The other part of this is anybody who has a histamine intolerance or a mast cell activation as part of the picture going on, their body on some level doesn't feel safe. And so part of what we're doing as we go forward with the protocol and the ideas we are presenting, we're building that safety. You need to build the safety so the body feels safe. And as you increase that safe feeling in the body, you are going to reduce the body's need or drive to dump histamine. Creating that safety can look very simply as supporting blood sugar balancing. It can look like supporting the immune system. It can look like mast cell stabilizing foods. Mast cells are the cells of your immune system that have the potential of being triggered by certain types of foods to dump histamine into your system. So we need to help those mast cells feel a little bit more secure and less sensitive so that they don't dump that histamine. So we do that by creating safety in the body and we look after your mast cells. So histamine hate is different because it's a low histamine protocol. It is low in the compounds that can further trigger your body to dump histamine. It is also nourishing for those root pieces that may be contributing to why histamine is an issue in the first place.